in their last 7 meetings. It's a Week 5 battle for state bragging rights. Next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
You know what, guys? I feel like if we play a big game today, we might win by a quick ton of points, but whatever. I agree with
Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Thomas. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now Wilson on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery
rest of the game because I don't want it to get too out of hand.
Lamar on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 21 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well. And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third down, Wilson. Open man left side, it's a tight end, Tunyon. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson. It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions. And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s. Right back to Swift again on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. From the gun on third down, Wilson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down. And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Shoves him aside. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. And punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 3. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
2nd down and 7. Now it's Wilson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They go play action with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. and in doing so, sent this one off target.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And Bronco fans have to be so excited because Von Miller missed 2020 with an ankle injury, suffered just days before the season opener. An 8-time Pro Bowler, the all-time sack leader for the Broncos, and the active leader in the NFL. They are happy to welcome him back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st down, Swift stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
Thomas. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Let's go. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
This is Jones. A gain of 3, second down. A give to Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Wilson now to throw on third down. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. $17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run right here with Swift. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They run out of the gun with Swift. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Wilson. Open man is Uzama. touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Thomas. And he returns this to the 22.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now Wilson on first down. Robinson's got it.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. Now he's flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the 29, Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Back to throw. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On first down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The Bucs on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage. And, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for it all.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. The give is to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
2nd and 11 now. Now it's Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
On 2nd down, Swift.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that will be incomplete.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Here's Thomas on the return.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. On 3rd down, Wilson. This will wind up a loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
He has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's the 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And that one off the mark, a little late with the throw. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Thomas. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. This time they stay on the ground. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And still fighting. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And they've gone to the half with the football team out on top. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. The Lions seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they trail the visiting Eagles at halftime. Isaiah McKenzie, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go, fellas.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Wilson's throw caught by Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Wilson now off the bootleg. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Thomas. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation. Love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Pittman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check up. Check up.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Bradley Pena now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the fourth quarter still to come. We're in the third. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. From the gun, here's Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. There's a nice move. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. 7 yards the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line. The ball carried by the wide receiver. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 7.
They go play action with Wilson. Man open is Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, You have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now it's Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is down to 24. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Swift shoves past another. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, 203 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And fights through one man. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Marr on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. 2nd down and 4. Again, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Wilson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Sutton now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Let's go. Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A solid stiff arm, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DeAndre Swift, 66 yards. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry? Or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up. And it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him. Now Wilson on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. He gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Michael Pittman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead is down to 24. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Sutton now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. Able to fight through one tackle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On 2nd down, Swift, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He finds his man Johnson, and he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, Swift, and a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
They boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
So that is the conclusion of the game. As you guys saw, we dominated by 20-something.